All right, everybody, welcome to the review, and I'm going to go over the pedigree, how I would go through it and set it up, and then obviously I will have the answer key for you. So the trait is albinism, and it is a recessive trait. So if somebody has it, they will have a genotype of little a right here. And then I'm just going to start with the scenario. It says a male and female mate and have two kids. So I'm just going to start drawing them. There's my male, there's my female. They have two kids. And the line comes off from them. And then one child is female and she has albinism. So since she has the studied trait, I'm going to just shade her in right away. And then their son is non albino. Okay, what's next? The non-albino male, so this one right here, mates with a non-albino female. Not shaded for both of them. They have three kids. Their their kids are two non-albino females and one albino male. Two non-albino females and one albino male. Again, I'm going to shade him in because he has the studied trait. Okay, and then one of the girls, so I'm just going to choose this one right here, mates with an albino male. Okay, um, their child is an albino girl. All right. Next to each shape now, so we're gonna put the genotypes for each of them. So like when I start this, I think, okay, I know the studied trait ones, that for sure is gonna be little a, because it's a recessive trait, it tells us that in the beginning, and I know that that's what it's gonna be. There's a little bit closer for you. And so now what about these other ones? So when you're figuring out pedigrees, you have to look at like what happens to the kids and or what's with the parents and so on. So when I look at these non-albino ones, I know for sure they at least are gonna have the dominant traits expressed because they're not albino. So I know that it's a big A for sure for all of them. What is their other letter going to be then for their genotype? So like for these two right here, I look at their kids. The non-albino son, okay, that's not telling me much, but this right here, the non-albino female is telling me that this girl, their daughter, had to have gotten a little a and a little a from somewhere. So that means like she had to have gotten a little a from dad and had to have gotten a little a from mom to be able to have that genotype. That just is what it is. It has to happen that way. Same thing for these two parents right here. These two non albino ones don't really help me figure it out much, but this one right here, where did this son get these two little A's from? It had to have been from each parent. So that's their genotype. Okay. Then I'm gonna look at this girl right here, because she mated with an albino male and they had an albino daughter. So one of the little A's came from dad, the other one had to have come from mom. So she's big A, little a. So far, all of those are all heterozygous. Now, this one right here, can I figure it out? So the only way really you can figure it out is by looking at her parents, and the possibility for her is either she's big A, because she could have gotten big A from dad, big A from mom, or she could be heterozygous and, have gotten big A from dad, but little a from mom, or big A from mom, but little a from dad. So for that, I'm just going to put big A, or big A, little a. Like if you don't know what it is, then just put what the possibilities. And is it okay if sometimes you can't figure it out with the information given? Yeah, it is. This is how I would note it. Or sometimes I would just put like, I know for sure it's a big A, and then I would just put a question mark next to it. But like either you could write it like this or you could write it like this one right here. whatever works. So how would we figure this out? Well, I mean, we would have to wait and see if she ever has kids, and then what those kids, or what they would, their phenotypes would be, if they have albinism or not. So that is the answer to this pedigree. I hope that was helpful in figuring it out, and that's it. Bye, everybody.